Suburban Sentinel here, along with Bella the camera cat, and this is a video response to One-Eyed Patriot's video on SHTF ammo supplies. And I would encourage everyone to watch that video because he brings up some really good points, and I will leave the link below. Ammunition supply levels in the context of emergency preparedness is an issue that arises all the time, and for good reason. Nobody knows for sure what an SHTF or other emergency scenario will look like, how long it will last, nor do we have any idea how much, if any, ammunition will be required. Plus, a complicating factor is that you can't improvise ammunition. If your weapon of choice were a slingshot and you ran out of those little steel balls you can buy at the sporting goods store, a stone will do. Not so with ammunition. Of course, if you have the skills and equipment, you can always reload your own, but you still require the proper components. Essentially, you can't fake ammo. So how much ammunition should one keep on hand? Well, in my opinion, some is good, more is better, too much is wonderful, for the following reasons. First, if properly stored, ammunition has an unlimited shelf life. Also, ammunition is relatively compact. Finally, and most importantly, ammunition is highly likely to retain some sort of value. If not its inherent value for usage, its monetary value, or value as a barter item. The conventional way of thinking about ammunition stockpiles is either the number of rounds and or the number of rounds per firearm. And there's certainly nothing wrong with that. That is a highly useful metric. It's difficult to say what those number of rounds or rounds per gun for any specific individual should be because it depends on their circumstances, financial, housing, and otherwise. In this video, I'm offering an additional way to think about ammunition, not as a substitute for the traditional metrics, but as an addendum. My strategy has been, and still is, to accumulate ammunition over time with no fixed target as to the number of rounds on the high end. Why? Again, because we don't know what the face of an SHTF scenario will look like. And second, and just as importantly, ammunition should, in all conceivable circumstances, retain some sort of value. Briefly, a couple of considerations. You don't want your ammunition purchases to impede upon your other preps. In other words, you don't want to have millions of rounds of ammunition and no food or medical supplies. The all bullets and no beans theory probably will not serve you very well. Another thing to keep in mind is what I call standard logistical loss. In military operations, the government assumes that approximately 1/3 of any supply of anything, including ammunition, will be wasted or compromised. I'm not talking about wasted as being fired, but wasted as being either compromised by theft, casualty, etc. Many people think that as private individuals we wouldn't be in that position, and they kind of scoff at that. I do follow it just because of Murphy's Law. You never know what can happen. As far as buying strategies, I think slow and steady is better. My strategy for decades has been to buy modest quantities of ammunition at good prices and do so consistently either on a monthly or quarterly basis. join or start an ammunition buying club. 3 of my friends and I have had an informal club for years, and it's worked out really well. And I did a video on ammunition buying clubs, and I'll leave the link to that below. In essence, in our little club of 4 people, we each throw a nominal amount of money into the pot every month, and then we try to buy at good prices and buy in bulk, and then split up the ammunition. We don't necessarily buy ammunition every single month. Sometimes we just let the kitty build up until the ammunition is available at a good price. Also, as a corollary to the planning for logistical loss of 1/3 of your stash, consider ammunition and other supply caches. That's the don't keep all of your eggs in one basket. If you have all of your ammunition or supply of whatever in one place and that location is compromised, you lose it all. My preference is the rule of 3. 3 is enough where you can sustain a 1/3 loss, still have 2/3 left. So what I do is I keep my ammunition in 3 different places. Finally, make packaging and preservation of your ammunition a priority. I don't like to take good ammunition and just throw it in an unheated or unair-conditioned closet somewhere in the garage. You want to preserve your ammunition against heat, humidity, and undue temperature changes. So, thanks for watching. This is the Suburban Sentinel. Bella took off somewhere. Please thumbs up and subscribe if you like what you see. Questions and enlightening comments are always welcome. Shoot safely and Merry Christmas, everybody.